What's up everybody, Tommy here, Math Productions. This mod review video is for OldBard's Outpost Recruitment Beacon. This mod is either my 1A or 1B absolute favorite mod for this game. When I say depending on the day, it's really depending on the category, because if you're talking about like mods that add something from this game studio that is familiar based on previous titles, if you're talking about mods that add something to this game that is absolutely noticeably absent, even if you don't have previous experience with previous titles from this game studio, but it's being able to bring colonists, settlers to your outposts, to your settlements, and actually have them at least seemingly live in, work in, walk around, take care of, and defend these various places that you're building. So again, if you're talking outposts mods, or if you're talking about just immersion mods, improvement mods, it's hard to beat Bard's Outpost Recruitment Beacon. It's in the name, OldBard, that is the mod author. They have at least a handful, if not more, other mods that are available in creations through their mod author page. You can find them easiest I've found so far. As more mods get added to creations, it's getting really hard to find some mods. Like OldBard's Outpost Recruitment Beacon literally featured it in the very first video that I did for Starfield content after an almost year absence from making any sort of content. I love Bard's Outpost Recruitment Beacon, right? It's fantastic. I've talked about it a bunch. But OldBard does have other mods available. Some of them work in tandem with or directly alongside the Outpost Recruitment Beacon. Some of them don't. The specific one that I do have experience playing with is the Outpost Crew Command Station, where the Outpost Recruitment Beacon gives you those colonists that you can have as crew members at your outpost or tagging along with you, depending on the settings you choose. The Crew Command Station allows you the opportunity to more easily distribute jobs amongst those colonists that you can recruit. Currently, there's just two types of jobs that they could have. For the most part, defense or cleanup. But you can either have it automatically assign jobs based on certain percentages for each, or you can do it all manually, and that is done through that Outpost Crew Command Station. That is not featured in this video. This video is entirely on the Recruitment Beacon itself, but I wanted to make sure to touch on those. You saw on screen I showed off there's a couple handfuls of settings that you can use through an aid item that is given to you when you first build the Outpost Recruitment Beacon. I always set it so that I can have the most amount of people and that they come in the shortest amount of intervals. I don't necessarily make them essential or crew members or teammates. I don't necessarily feel that is necessary for me, but I do make sure that I allow the opportunity to recruit families, which is super cool, and I also make it so that way I can interact with their inventories and I can tell them to go somewhere, follow me, or dismiss them outright. I think that those are more like immersion quality of lifestyle mod or settings within that, as opposed to necessities. But yeah, so I showed you guys on a brand new build. I built several different structures, several different workstations. Any and all of those should be accessible. You saw the one colonist going up and down the stairs. Those were modded stairs and door, but the hab itself was a vanilla hab. But the colonist NPC had no issues going up and down the stairs. I did fast forward a little bit of time, or slept a little bit of time in that build just to get that initial colonist in. But I have found overall, if you just try to sleep through a bunch of days to get a bunch of colonists, it doesn't necessarily seem to work that way. It seems to want you to actually play through the game and spend real world time on the game. That seems to be the biggest factor. That's the biggest difference. I literally, in the other one that we started the video in, I went to Venus at one point and slept for 24 hours, which is like 2,400 hours or something like that. And still, I just came back to just one colonist at that build. But you see here, this is from our main playthrough that we've been playing through most recently. A ton of colonists. None of them are clumping or clustering or grouping together in weird or awkward positions. You see them all moving freely. Some of them seem to be buddied up, which I think is kind of cool. Like they have their own little relationships that they're building within the other colonists. But any and everything that is interactable for you as a player should be interactable in theory with the NPCs that are brought in by Outpost, or by OldBard's Outpost Recruitment Beacon. I love this mod. I know that if you give it a shot, play with it a little bit, that you will too. I hope that you guys like this video. If you do, I hope you press that like button. I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. It helps a lot when you do. And let me know in the comments what you think, how you've used this mod. Take care.